Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Caffeine Encrypted, and today we're playing Farthest Frontier. So I loaded into the game, rerolled a couple maps to get an interesting one, and this is what we ended up with. So we're playing on a medium map on the Trailblazer difficulty, and I'm gonna start by placing the town center over here. I'll explain things as I go. Yes, I would like to put my town center at this location, thank you. Game is thinking about it. Perfect. So while they do their thing, let's have a look around. So we have a number of different things we need to tackle, especially early on. Like in every strategy game, we need wood and stone to start building things. Additionally, we need food, and since we have seasons, we need to keep our people warm, so we will need firewood. Now, I placed my town center over here because we're close to clay, which we will need soon. We have a bunch of herbs and some coal that we can utilize early on for a bit of extra food. Fish, because food is always good, and fish is always a good source of food. So let's go and build a road around this. Pretty basic start. And I want to build my houses on this side. So I'm just going to extend this road on this side for now. So something about the roads in this game, you can build them in any angle you like, but if you want them to be straight, you just need to hold shift. And the game will try to snap them to a line or diagonal. Let's place that here. So they will chop down any trees that are in the way, any rocks that are in the way. So let's select harvest. We want them to harvest trees, bushes, berries, and stone. So guys, clear this up for me. We have a little storage card, which is like a mobile warehouse, so we're just gonna put it in the middle, so they don't need to go all the way back and forth. And one of the things I really want to do very early on, I want to get the fish on this side. So we're gonna set an exploration point because we have the fog of war, and send someone over here to reveal this area. I'm gonna increase the speed to a 3. Where did the fish go? Is it over here? Send someone new. I think it was somewhere around here. Oh, that's better. Now that this is built, this is no longer required. Remove flag. Yes. Well, fish was meant to be somewhere here. It disappeared. That's okay. It was just a little bonus. So at the moment we have only 9 months of food, which is not even enough for this whole year. We have 5 different types of food: protein, grain, veggies, fruit, and dairy. And the more of those we can provide for our people, the more we can upgrade the buildings and keep them happy and collect more taxes and the usual. So we're going to start with a fishing sack, and we're going to move it as close as we can to the water because proximity is always important. We're going to place that here. We're going to build a road up and then connect over here to our town center. And I want to start placing some housing. So we're going to put 2, 3, hello, 3, 4. So 4 houses. It's a little hard to see with all the trees. 2, 3, and 4. So that should be 8 houses. Now, each house, or shelter as it's called, can only have up to 4 people. Even when you upgrade it, you can never have more than 4 in one building. Come on, people. Chop down the trees, build things, do everything. I want them to collect something. Harvest this stone because we're gonna need some stone. I'm going to tell them just collect stones from this area and only stones. Otherwise, they'll have too much on their plate. And we don't want to overload them just yet. So I want to prioritize this so I can get some food coming in. So first priority, food. Second priority, shelter. Third priority, firewood. Okay, so the houses are being built as we speak. Here the game will show us what is required for us to upgrade the shelter into its next level, into its next tier. It will be a while before we can upgrade those, so we will explore that in a little while. But there is one more necessity that we need to provide to our people, and that's water. So we're gonna go into resources. We want to build a basic well, and that requires 5 wood and 5 stone. I'm gonna place it around here, and as you see the 2 houses, they're highlighted in green. They will receive a desirability bonus. People are happy to have a house close to a well. It's not just convenient, but also makes them happy. And happy workers means they work more. So we have some bushes over here. We can delete them if we do not want to harvest them. For now, we're gonna let them where they are and collect them, because why not? It's free food. We're gonna say harvest the berries and the stuff. I want them all. More people await word to join your settlement. Amass a 4-month supply of food and 6 houses. We are already on our way. And here is our fishing sack. So we have 1 worker working on it, and here we can see the statistics. So the fishing area covers 9 tiles, the fish count is 948, and fishing productivity is 210%. What affects the productivity? The bonuses in the area, how much of coverage they have, and of course the travel time. And the good thing about this game is it actually shows you how much time they spend to cover their basic needs, to work, to transfer goods, how long they're idle. So there's a lot of potential for efficiencies. Now we have the option to retarget the building work radius, which I love. So we can just move this around and try to get a nice bonus. So right here, we're going to get 12 areas with 40% bonus, a bit more fish, and 240 meters of fishing productivity. This will be excellent. Something I found during my test game, fish replenish in lakes in a certain ratio. So if I go and put like 5 fishing sacks, they will stop producing at some point because we will consume them a lot faster than the lake can replenish them. So something to be mindful of. Oh, and the bonus is up here. Okay, so the bonus is a little far away, but that's okay. So if we went and put our fishing hut over here, we get another 50%. I would like to give them a priority on the well, for, well, obvious reasons. No pun intended. And we will also need the firewood splitter, so we can start creating some firewood. So here we can see that they have high desirability 7, 6%, but building a firewood splitter will actually decrease it if we place it near them. You see the red outline. So if you look on the building, on the right-hand side of the name, it shows you how it influences desirability. 2 red arrows down, significantly decrease. Yellow line, neutral. Green line up, increases, and so on. So we're going to build the firewood splitter, and we're going to put it kind of far away from them so it doesn't affect them. So here is potentially a good spot. I'm just going to rotate it. I'm going to place it right here. And also I'm going to go into storage, because we have different types of storages. We have a stockyard, which is for building materials, so logs, stones, planks, ores, and stuff like that. We have a storehouse, which is for everything. And then we have a root cellar, which is for food, because it has better conditions to maintain. Now, I'm going to put a stockyard right next to this. So pretty much They will collect the logs, they will bring them on the stockyard, then the firewood splitter will take it from here and he will take the firewood back into that to optimize that this movement of resources between these two spots. So ideally we want the fire log ready around the end of summer, so we are ready for winter. And we will need to chop a few more trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them, cut some more trees. We have food for another 5 months, which is not enough, but we're getting there. So we have a 37% traveling, that's all right. And here we can see what is their basic need that they're really missing. So here they're missing water. As soon as this is built, this will improve, and potentially the travel time will also increase. Because we have one storage spot over here, and we have another one here. I might relocate this somewhere close to this bottom section. And that's the game's autosave. Okay, so we have our first firewood splitter, Tammy. She's doing an excellent job. She's a professional. Firewood is low. That's okay. We will catch up very, very soon. So what happens is they will create it. This will go into storage, and from the storage, people will take it to their house, and they will actually store it in their house. 7 people have arrived at your village. They have plans to immigrate. Will you accept them into your village or turn them away? So we want more people because we can do more things, but we also need to feed them, which makes it into a fun challenge. But since we really want to grow fast, we're going to accept them. So that dropped our food stores by 2 months. And one of the biggest enemies in this game is spoilage. Food can spoil very, very fast. So, Predator. The Predator has been spotted lurking on the outskirts. What do we have? A wolf. Hi, wolf. And she is taking a swing at him. Now, if we let one settler on their own try to fight the wolf, they'll probably die. What we can do is we can grab a few of them and say, go fight the wolf. A bustling market would help generate gold and attract new settlers to our growing town. Market stock houses and generate gold based on the number of houses in the work area. We'll get to that. Oop. Where are you? Where are you? Are you the wounded one? Who is the wounded one? You. Right? Yes. Move away. Good. So the wolf is eliminated. People will return to their job. And we are safe for now. I would hate to lose people so early on. They are valuable assets. Now, obviously, the fees will not be enough to keep us fed. And we want to get more food. So we're gonna go for a forager's sack. And we are going... So this one doesn't influence the houses, so it doesn't matter where it is. But because we want it to have a good proximity, and we have a lot of things that we can collect up here, I will position it up here for now, and I will actually make 2 of them. One on this side and one on this side. I'm gonna move the road up, circle this around, and close this here. Yes, there is a method to my madness. So once we build the stockyard, we will unlock the storehouse and the root cellar, which is what I'm looking for at the moment. Perfect. I want to build a root cellar to start protecting our food. And I want it to be this way. And when that's built, I will tell the storage card, do not store food. because obviously storing it outdoors is not as good as storing it in a cellar. So people are doing their thing, they're cutting down. Prioritize this so we can collect as much food as possible. I want to try to take advantage of this season as much as possible. We have a little bit of firewood, so we should be okay. We need one more stone for this, which they should be able to acquire quite soon. Come on, people. You can do it. Good. So now they are finishing this up. Okay. So we have a single worker. We cannot allocate any more on this. And here are the potential items that they can forage. Again, we have a target building working radius, and we can see the foraging sources based on what is available in the area. So I'm going to make them collect this so we get nuts, fruit, eggs, and veggies. So I'm gonna cover this area. And this second one, we're going to retarget it on this segment. So we're gonna get more nuts, more greens, more eggs, just to get as much food as possible for now. Okay. So the well is ready. This is already increased, and we see that firewood is not enough, but that's because we haven't produced enough just yet. So firewood is also stored in the stockyard. And what we should start telling our people, do not store logs in this. Do not store stone. Do not store water. Do not store willow. We cannot have willow here, so we're gonna leave willow here for now. Because willow will become quite useful after the first year. We need to start making baskets for our people to carry more. Okay, that's a pretty good start. We are slowly getting there. We definitely need a storehouse as well for all the misc items. And where should we put that? So I'm gonna put the storage house here. I'm gonna move this road over here, up here, and close this. And additionally, since we're gonna start catching fish and we're going to get other kinds of meat, we will need a smokehouse. But we don't have enough stone for that, so I'll wait for a moment and I will build a hunter's cabin. But we need to start getting meat as well. So I'm gonna put that over here. Again, it doesn't affect the buildings, so here is a pretty decent spot for it. Did I actually... actually, I do not want to cover... I didn't want to cover the clay deposit. That's okay. We cannot take advantage of this until we go into our town hall tier 2. So for now, we will have to work with it like that. We will relocate things. Travel time here has dropped down to 34%. And we have food for another 5 months. We will probably barely make it. Here you will see on the storehouse that if we try to store food, we can put barrels. Each barrel decreases the spoilage rate by 5%, so a maximum of -25. And the same applies for the root cellar as well. Here we can decrease it by 50%, which is massive. So, can we see... No, we cannot see the current decay ratio. Now, no food, no food, no, 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 no. None of this. We don't want it stored here because it will go bad very, very quickly. So our laborers will start taking this stuff away. There you go. Food stocks are low. We have food exactly for 3 months. Risky, but manageable. Now, our hunters, currently, they can only hunt two types of animals. They can hunt deer, and they can hunt boars. I'm not sure about wolves yet. And from them they get meat, pelts, and tallow. We're gonna change their working area. And over here we have an icon for deer. So there is a family of deer here which they can start hunting. Let's select it again. So on the bottom we have what animals are available for hunting. And we can see that deer and traps are highlighted. Traps, even though they are green, we cannot utilize them because we cannot build traps just yet. They require metal, which is a resource we don't get until much later. So let's place that over here, and they will go out and start hunting that deer. Something to keep in mind is they use bows and arrows to do that. So we will need to provide them with a steady supply of bows and arrows. At the moment we have 2 bows available and 80 arrows. Let's go into our village professions and see what we have. So we have 1 person working on the resources, 4 people collecting food. We have 0 out of 4 builders, so we allocate up to 4 builders at a time. Let's ramp this up to 10, because we're gonna do a fair bit of building. So this doesn't mean that 10 people are always builders, but up to 10 of our available laborers can be converted into builders. And as every game of its kind, we need laborers to move things around. We have enough room for more people. So for now, we just need to collect some resources and slowly build. So cut down stuff. Winter is the perfect time to collect resources. I'm gonna close this one here. Have a bit of stone. So I will need the smokehouse to preserve our meat as much as possible. I don't want it close to this, so it will have to go somewhere around this side. So the fishing here and the hunter is here. Yeah, right on this spot, it should be pretty good. They'll take the fresh meat there, they will smoke it, and then they will move it up to the root cellar. We have food for 4 months, so we will last until the end of winter. So we should be okay, even if barely. Have a few new buildings unlocked. Let's see. So our next priority really should be a market. So we start getting some gold. And to do that, we need to build a soap pit and a storehouse. We have the storehouse, we just need to build a soap pit, which will take logs and convert them into planks. So resources, soap pit. It costs just some logs, we have a good amount of logs, we are doing okay on firewood, so we are at a good place to build this. Again, most of the resource buildings decrease desirability, so they need to go far away. And since we're storing all of our wood over here, let's place that right next to that. And this is a tannery, which allows us to make hides. Hides let people survive longer in cold weather, useful, and provide some level of protection from animal attacks, also very handy. As you can hear, wolves are very eager to tell us hi. Decorations, which we will look at a little bit later. Okay. So the soap pit is ready. The game automatically allocated 2 out of the 4 slots. And we have a 65% traveling. It's a bit high, but for now it should do. We will see if we're utilizing a lot more than we actually built. But hey, this is the first year, and I think we've done plenty for the first episode. I'm gonna wrap the first episode here, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye-bye.